In this video, we will look at simplifying radicals, including variables. We're going to follow the process that we have here on our flow map. We're going to write the radicand in its prime factor form. Then we'll take the pairs and those will come outside of the radical, and the singles will stay inside of the radical. We'll multiply the factors on the outside and multiply the factors on the inside, and then we'll be able to write our final answer. Let's look at this example. We've got the square root of 40x cubed y to the fourth. So our first step tells us to write our radicand in its prime factor form. So let's take the number 40, and to write it in prime factor form, let's break down that 40 into its prime factors. Well, I could say that 40 is 4 times 10. So 4 breaks down into 2 times 2, and 5 breaks down into 2 times 5. So I have the prime factorization now of 40. X to the third and y to the fourth will be easy to write in prime factor form. So let's rewrite our radicand in its prime factor form as our directions tell us. So 40 is 2 times 2 times 2 times 5. X to the third is 3 x's. So that's x times x times x. And y to the fourth is 4 y's. So that is 1, 2, 3, 4 y's. All of that's under the radical. Now, the next thing that we'll look for are the pairs. The pairs come outside of the radical and the singles stay. So I see a pair of 2's. Those will come out of the radical. Here's a single 2, a single 5. I see a pair of x's. Those will come out. And I have 2 pairs of y's that will come out of the radical. So on the outside of the radical, we have a 2, a pair of 2's, a pair of x's, a pair of y's has come out, and a pair of y. Another pair of y's. Underneath, the singles are going to stay, the 2, the 5, and an x. Now, we'll multiply those factors that are outside of the radical. 2 times x, and y times y is y squared. And then underneath the radical, or inside, 2 times 5 is 10, and x is x. So we've done it. We have written our final answer as 2xy squared times the square root of 10x. Let's look at some more examples together. Again, we'll follow our process that's in our tree map. First, we're going to write the radicand in prime factor form. The radicand is the numbers underneath the radical. So I noticed that 121 is a perfect square of 11 times 11. So underneath that radical, we'll have 11 times 11. A squared is 2a's, and b squared is 2b's. Next, we're looking for the pairs. The pairs come outside of the radical and the singles stay in. I've got a pair of 11's, a pair of a's, and a pair of b's. So an 11 will come out, an a will come out, and a b will come out from underneath the radical. So I have 11a, b outside of the radical. There were no singles left underneath the radical. So we have already gotten to our final answer. The square root of 121a squared b squared is 11ab. And sometimes that will happen where everything comes out from underneath the radical and nothing is left under. All right, let's look at one more example. Here we have the square root of 60r cubed s squared t to the fourth. As our directions tell us, we're going to write the radicand in its prime factored form. So let's look at the number 60 and break it down. I could break 60 down into 6 times 10. 6 breaks down into 2 times 3. And 10 breaks down into 2 times 5. So I have two 2's, a 3, and a 5. The r, the s, and the t will be easy to write in factor form. We're just going to expand and write those down. So 60 was 2 times 2 times 3 times 5. R cubed is 3 r's. S squared is 2 s's, and t to the fourth is 1, 2, 3, 4 t's. Now we look for the pairs because the pairs come outside of the radical and the singles stay in. I have a pair of 2's, a pair of r's, a pair of s's, and 2 pairs of t's. So a 2 comes out, an r comes out, an s comes out, and 2 t's will come out. So let's write what's on the outside. I've got a 2, an r, an s, and 2 t's on the outside of the radical. Underneath, I have a 3, a 5, and an r. Those are all the singles that got left under. Now, let's multiply the factors outside. 2 times r times s times t would be t squared. And underneath the radical, 3 times 5 is 15r. So we have written our final answer. The square root of 60r cubed s squared t to the fourth is 2rst squared times the square root of 15r. We have simplified all of those radicals. And